Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Agganis Arena for today's Patriot League men's basketball game.
I have this theory called the 3 degrees of Connor Lenahan.
He definitely is a celebrity on campus.
I am a Division I athlete, and Connor is more popular.
Basically, everyone knows someone who knows someone who knows Connor.
And that's so rare.
Everybody always talks about him and stuff like that.
It's like walking around with the president when I take him to lunch.
Like, he's so cool.
People's heads will just turn like, oh, that's the guy, right? Yeah.
You know, you're always hearing about kids in the spotlight for the wrong reasons, you know, but he's a kid who gets recognition for the good stuff.
Connor Lenahan's first love was sports. As a sophomore at Boston University, his passion has put him in the limelight.
When I came to BU, my original goal was I was like, oh, well, I'd love to get involved with basketball up here. Somehow, like, if it was knowing a player or two.
I think we met at practice, and that practice, like, you can just feel, like, the energy that he brought to just everybody. The whole atmosphere just, like, changed.
Men's and women's basketball are some of my best friends in my entire life. So I go and I hang around with them all the time.
I think a couple weeks ago, Connor finally gave me the newest Pokemon game. Like, he has me honestly obsessed with it. Our friendship's like on a level that like isn't understood.
They are my family here, pretty much. They're who I go to. View me as like just totally belonging as an athlete, despite the fact that I can barely throw a basketball half court. When I came in and did these games originally, and I'd just come over as a fan, then I'd look around and I could just see seas of red just from the seat backs. And it was troubling me because you can see when there's empty seats in the stand. You can hear when there's not enough voices going on.
BU is not necessarily a sports-heavy school. We're not a school that kids necessarily come to because of the athletic tradition. So we have to kind of get a little more creative in the way we try to draw fans.
There's a real magic to it with Boston University basketball, and a lot of people don't know about it. I know the good that they have, and I know that being out there and supporting them only makes them feel better. There's only so much I'd be able to do just as a fan to other fans, but if I had some like backing and some support on my side, then I might be able to make a real difference. So that's why I said I want to go work with athletics.
I had to do no work to find Connor. I got an email from him. He just said, hey, I'm interested. I'd love to talk to you about getting involved. He didn't expand on it. I brought him in, and everybody in the department fell in love with him right away.
I'm just showing up in jeans and a polo, and I'm like trying to keep up with everybody. It was a little bit terrifying.
He was willing to do literally anything we needed.
Now it's gone from a point of like straighten up, make sure you're doing stuff, to the point that I feel like I belong there.
We use him for a number of odd things, and he's always been willing to be the guy to call on if we need an extra set of hands, and I can't tell you how many times we've actually had to do that.
I need somebody to count on. I like to raise my hand and be that guy and say, you can trust me.
He had talked to me, and he had mentioned that he'd done PA in high school. And you know, everybody's done a little something in high school, so we were a little skeptical, but we had someone calling sick like right before the game, so we were super short-staffed, and he said, I'll do it. You know, I've done it before, and we kind of had no choice.
They just handed me a script like thick. I used to have like a one-page thing for starting lineups, and then I'd just go with the flow of the game, so this is brand new to me. And I just slipped into the voice and I started doing it.
He killed it. He nailed it.
After my second game, they texted me and they're like, Connor, we're ready to offer you like the ability to be the voice of the women's Terriers for the rest of the year if you want it. And I said, of course I do.
Kind of just grew from there. He's gotten involved in, a number of different sports doing PA, but he's done, and you name it, he's done it for us. He's helped us with promotion, with marketing.
But every year we host the Terrier tailgate, and I was tasked with, I had to get people there, I had to get people there. And they were anticipating maybe at the best 1,000 people to show. And I pushed as hard as I could to get the word out. I think the final tally for attendance was somewhere around 2,300 people. And I was having higher ups, I was having marketing people, I was having insurance, all of them. What did you do?
He's so driven to try to get that school spirit and camaraderie out in athletics.
There's more fans at games than there were before. That's for sure. And I feel like he's done a lot of work for that.
From what the players told me, the year before, it was just dead. Connor, with all his promotions, numbers have gone way up, and it's actually made us play a lot better just having that audience.
The more fans we can get, the better, and the more work that he does, the more fans we'll get.
Having an audience energizes me. Whether I make a bad play, there's still people supporting me. That matters a lot.
When everybody comes together and when you get that kind of special feeling of everybody that's decided to call Boston University their home, and they're all dedicated towards one thing, everybody works harder and better things come. When you get that feeling of community, it's absolutely perfect. There's no other way to put it. And that's why I'm going to keep fighting every single day until you cannot get a ticket to a Boston University basketball game.
He's one of those kids that that seeks things out. You know, he's excited about everything and he's so enthusiastic. Part of it, it must kill him to not be able to physically get involved.
Connor was born with a bone disorder called osteogenesis imperfecta. Due to a collagen deficiency in his bones, he's extremely prone to fractures and breakage. As a precaution, Connor was advised to wheel through life instead of walking.
I've got 2 younger brothers. They have never come close to breaking a bone. Meanwhile, I've broken 11. My brother would play basketball against other kids, and then I started to become a fan of basketball at my high school. I knew that was never going to be me, and it of course made me upset because I love sports. Years ago, people were like, "Oh, you're never going to be able to be an organized, play organized sports." But now, as a 20-year-old sophomore, I can say that I've actually been able to be somehow involved in 6 Division I sports.
He's motivated like an athlete. I think he works at his craft like a Division I athlete would work at his craft.
A couple games last year, before the games, he would send us essay about motivation and inspiration and talking about himself. He really tries to light a fire. I mean, he definitely has a part in a lot of our victories.
He doesn't let his condition hold him back from anything. So I would consider him an athlete in a lot of ways, yeah.
Once again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Agganis Arena. Today's Patriot League men's basketball game features the Bucknell Bison and your Boston University Terriers.